So take that how it resonates for you. But this is somebody who's just decided, they looked at you and said, I want to harm you. I want to stop you. I want to do things to you. I want you to take and experience some type of loss. They didn't ask your permission. You didn't give consent. You didn't get to say, hey, this is not okay. And maybe you did have a conversation with this person, but regardless, they did not take what you said and take heed to God's warning or your warning, or you just speaking out and saying, hey, I don't like this. Like, this isn't cool. Like, why are you doing this to me? They didn't care when they were hurting all these people and harming all these people. They didn't care how these people felt. They only cared about how they felt, because this is the type of person who thinks that they're God in people's life and they get to just do whatever and say whatever and take whatever from anybody that they want to take from. And no one's allowed to stand up for themselves. No one's allowed to defend themselves against this person. This person has been doing this for years to a lot of different people, not just you. But when they came across you and they did it to you, oh honey, that's when they really messed up. I'm not saying that the other people that they harmed have no value. It's just, I feel like whoever you are, you have a huge purpose on this earth. And for somebody to come at you and be warned, right? Because they were given so many warnings and they did not listen to those warnings, because they have gotten away with it so many times in the past. And there was an illusion over you where they felt like, I can do it to the collective. I can do it to the viewer. I can harm this person and no one's going to stop me. And God sat back and watched and allowed this person to do what they were doing, because he knows that you're a badass. He knows that you can transmute energy. He knows that you're an alchemist. So he knew, you know what, I'm going to allow this person to think that they're getting away with this, because this situation is going to grow my child. This situation is going to make my child more powerful than they have ever been. It may hurt a little bit and they may get mad at me, but it's worth it, because watch who this person becomes on the other side of this warfare that they're going through. And look who this person is going to be once they're finished going through this season. God said, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing, because I got something for you. I got something for you who thought you were going to touch my child and get away with it. I have something for you. So go ahead and have your little fun, because this is the last lifetime that you are going to do this to anybody else. And God is basically like, this person was a player on his chessboard to help his people. And to the outside looking in, and people who are not very spiritual and not very tapped in, that can seem very confusing and not make sense. But unless you're a true natural born alchemist and you have the ability to transmute energy, you don't understand why it's so important for you to have negativity to work with. Because when you transform that intentionally into something that empowers you and something that is a positive force in your life, when I tell you your spiritual rank goes so crazy. And I always like to break it down and use the analogy of going to the gym. When you go to the gym, it hurts, it burns, it sucks. It really does. When you first start exercising and lifting or doing Pilates or whatever, it doesn't feel great and you want to give up, you want to throw in the towel, but that pressure is what builds you. You need that pressure and that pain and that burning sensation, because the more you experience that, the stronger you become. And God knew that. God knew in this situation, this person was doing all these things and trying to wreak havoc and trying to create loss in your life, but it was going to turn you up. You got more and more turned up as this person was doing this, and this person got weaker and weaker and smaller to the point where now they have no choice but to submit, not only to God, but to you and everybody else that they hurt. This person is having to bow down and submit to you, because they have to basically accept the fact that they're not as strong as they thought they were. They're not as big as they thought they were. This person is actually very weak and very small, period, compared to you, God, and the entire army of angels that you have standing behind you. And they are most definitely finding that out right now.